Welcome guys to the Outcast Trading channel. My name is Jack and today we'll be analyzing Forex markets. But before we do so, we have a Discord which you can join by clicking a link below the video. It's free to join. If you want a little more help from professional traders and some additional content, we have a nice subscription plan. And because it's 1 year anniversary of the founding of the Outcasts, we have a promo until the end of August, 70% off on first monthly payment if you decide to subscribe a membership. Everything is below the video, and let's get started to Forex. Well, we didn't analyze. I didn't analyze the Forex for last week. Sorry, I skipped one. I'll try not to do it again. But yeah, some things changed, some things are the same. Euro is looking still downtrendish, but first start from weekly. So on the weekly, as I said 2 weeks ago, that we have a potential bounce. The bounce is continuing. Where I'm looking at this bounce just by the EMAs, I'm looking around the 21 EMA on the weekly, so 105. Would be a nice catch if you want to short it, especially that stochastics are going a little bit higher. RSI is showing a little bit of strength, probably going at least to the critical zone and then decision point. One of the things to mention of the EMAs on the weekly is 200 EMA and SMA are likely to get crossed soon in a few weeks. That means it will be a little more bearish, especially when we go to our zones. And I lost my last drawings, most of them, for some reason. I don't know why. It's trading view. I'm not a tech freak, but I redrew everything to get our analysis going. So first of all, we have the big range on the weekly, okay? And still, it's good to remember always about the higher time frame context. So yes, this range was broken to the downside, which means Euro is pretty fucking bearish. And well, it can turn out to be a fake out if we have a closure and the follow through above the top of this liquid zone, marking out the bottom of the big range. So here we have our weekly levels and zones. So here is the parity level we spoke about. It is a general support right now, serving as a support. We were looking for the price action, and I'll turn on my fibs. We were looking for a price action to go to 103,700-ish, 103,600-ish, as far as I remember. So this was 61866 golden pocket fib retracement. One more time to see the fibs. It was hit miraculously. So yeah, it was a good trade to be made. What else? Well, we have this is a big resistance right now coming, but what I think, and I don't trade my opinion, but what I think, it will still go to the weekly 21 EMA over time, and it will be worth shorting. So 105 right now. It's also a weekly level coming here, so it's a lot of confluence coming with this price. If not, I would be looking in next few months if it wants to close above the big range. Remember the higher time frame context, and here we have the absolute killer for the downtrend. So if 107,300 is breached on a weekly basis, at least, I would call it a fake out and the potential continuation of Euro to the upside. So let's go to our daily time frame. It will be more constructive. So here we have also 618 and 66 was confluent with our daily levels and daily resistance. Pretty nice reaction down to almost daily 21 EMA. So what it means, we're waiting for the markets open soon, and I will be looking for a little more downside just based on the daily, a little more deeper test to 102 to 70 or something like this. And if you want to long, I mean, this would be a good opportunity to go long on it and trade it to the upside, especially that if we look at the RSI, there is not much of a divergence here. So I'll be thinking about it only a retracement and a general higher time frame retracement. But overall, I still think it has some power to go higher. If not, basically invalidating this zone, coming back down would imply targets lower. But always, like, if you already know my style, I just go, because I'm a scalper, I just go zone by zone, level by level. The best trading opportunities here are 103, 102 300 up to 103 to 70. So this is like, I go zone by zone. Whenever it gets broken, I go to the next one, and whenever the next one gets broken, I go to the next one, and zone by zone. The easiest way to make money. So in my career, I found out that more being as a trader is actually trying to find good bargains for yourself, meaning the opportunity to both sides. And with horizontals and the price regions, which you can call liquid zones, some of people use order blocks, whatever, however you call it, those are just the zones where there's a lot of bulls and bears meeting together and saying, yeah, we agree to the price. The party wants to sell, the other wants to buy, and the price starts reversing. So it's finding an equilibrium for a moment, and those are the zones where I'm interested in taking trades, because they are the easiest to manage. So you can take a trade lower. Let's say you want to short, you can short here, but the question is where you will be managing a risk, probably above here. This is the only logical way. So your risk will be huge, potential upside would be not so huge, and that's not a good bargain. So I try to find good ones. So here we have our daily, our weekly. We have the big range covered. What else we can do? We can go to 4 hour, turn off our fibs, and turn off our daily. I mean, the fibs we can leave. So 4 hour, this is the kind of a setup I mentioned 2 weeks ago on the other asset. I don't remember which one, but whenever you have a 200 EMA and SMA crossed, and they try to slope up. So 200 EMA and SMA in my book are basically like a mobile fixed support zone or resistance, depending on the direction. So whenever the price closes below the 200 EMA, and if 200 SMA is below, it most likely will go and test it. So what am I looking at on lower time frames? I'm looking for a little bit more downside. I might be wrong, but here, if I want to go long, I would be looking around 102 ish for a potential long. It would be a good idea, and to long it back to the fib golden pocket. But overall, this is kind of a setup which is kind of bullish. It's not the best one I've seen, but I would rather think it will be ranging, because we have like fucking ranging markets. So it will be ranging somewhere here and going back up. So yeah, here around 102, I will be interested in buying it, and going even for a scalp to 200 EMA would be a nice idea, especially that we have a little bit lower. We have the bottom Bollinger Band, so they tend to go together. So I will wait for a trade to line up here. If you are not in short from the golden pocket, well, that's the only thing I can find on lower time frames here. So here we have Euro, and let's go to GBP USD. So it's almost the same picture, but a little bit different. So same but different. So let's go with weekly first. So yeah, we have a context, also a big range. Somehow it disappeared from my picture, but it is general support for this bigger range is here. So Euro USD already closed below the range. GBP USD not yet. So pound is a little bit better, a lot better than Euro. Anyway, so here are the basic zones. Here is the one between 117,600 up to 122,720. It's a good trading zone for me, potential range to be formed. If not, if this potential range is broken, then we have another zone 123,100 up to 126,260, which is also, if it gets broken, most likely the short-term trend will reverse, because it will mean that we have a first higher high. So I will be looking for a higher low, and then it will be a confirmed trend reversal, inducing targets up to one. I didn't draw it, I don't know why, but 130, 400, and even higher to 130 to 130. So this is like the GBP USD is looking a lot better than the Euro USD. Let's go with a daily, because daily it's more likely to happen over this week. So almost the same situation as in Euro. Do we have fibs for it? I only have a bigger one. So the bigger pull which we have for a fib, the golden pocket is coming here, 61866, coming a little bit higher. That's why we don't have bearish divergence on the daily yet, so I'm not really trusting in this as a reversal. Overall, keep in mind we are still in a general downtrend. So if you look at the daily chart, yes, you can screenshot it, it can help you, if it can help you. So we are still in a technical downtrend here. Price tried to make a higher high over that one. It didn't go through yet, but it's still reacting over the daily 21 EMA. So as in Euro USD, a big decision this week, in my opinion, would be test of this 21 EMA again, or probably even a little bit lower to those daily levels, to this liquid zone here. And then let's see if it turns out to be like a short-term reaccumulation and potential pull a little bit higher, or it will reverse. So any closure below this daily level with the follow through on a daily would mean for me that it was just a pullback in this downtrend, and the next target would be the range low and this big support zone. So I wouldn't call it like a really big dump, but yes, be careful, because that may turn out to be, those highs with those lows turn out to be a nice tradable range. So whenever it happens, if it reacts here, if it goes here and reacts here, we can talk about like a smaller range to be traded. What do we have here? Yeah, we had drawings, and basically it didn't change. The price still stays in the zone. We had volume profile. I don't know if I did get on the Euro USD, but the same story here. I drew this basically from the start of the swing up, and here we have the point of control. So any test back here, probably short, but the key here in this picture is 200 EMA and SMA. As we spoke in Euro USD, I would still think it can go lower to 120, 500 before any other try up. Anyway, any closure with the follow through about point of control 121, 680 would inflict targets higher to 123, 500, our golden pocket here, which is also pretty much confluent with two daily levels. So, I mean, it's like I'm still waiting for it. I still think. And I'm not trading what I think, but I still think it can go higher. I wouldn't be overly bearish here. Any sort of closure with the flow through below this support would mean, yeah, most likely lower, and I want to trade, because this range will be this support will be broken, and we can move further on. So GBP JPY. Okay, let's go with the weekly. And with the weekly, we need to look at our weekly levels. And here we have, I didn't have time today to draw like liquid zones, but you can more or less, you can see where they are coming in. So here's like a weekly liquid zone, and we were talking about it, a potential retracement. There was very sloppy 2 weeks, and probably it wants lower, especially with weekly stochastics going down, RSI a little bit in the neutral zone and going down, and volatility also dropping. So some kind of a consolidation and drift towards a little bit lower. Overall, it's still above the weekly 21 EMA, which is good for bulls. This is the general support I'm looking at, 156, let's call it 157. At the top, I'm looking at those levels. And basically, this is our working range. If it turns out to deep a little bit lower, then we have another level waiting. 149, 160 will be really good catch, and this is what I also mentioned in my video. If I want to go long on it, I would wait for this juicy 200 EMA and SMA ribbon, because it will provide a really nice long opportunity, in this case for myself. And I'm only telling, this is not a financial advice, so I'm only telling what I'm planning to trade. It's not that you should follow me. So here we have a daily levels on a daily time frame, and yes, we have an attempt of breaking this daily level. The next one is coming here, also around the 200 EMA and SMA on a daily. So it might be that for a short-term scalp, I would be looking here, or even a little bit lower, a wick down, because this is the beast, the widow maker, so it likes to wick out people. But 200 EMA and SMA is really good area for me to go long, where take profit. The last one at the top of this range. So those daily levels around 167, 480, and a little bit higher. So here is like the general consolidation here, a little bit sloppy, but pretty solid if it comes to potential targets. Some of the things lining up for a shorter term starting this week, potential downside down to 160. At least will be this point of control of this possible range here. So yes, it's lost it, retested. So it's kind of a good play to even lower. Let's see. Anyway, what I will be trying to do, I will be trying to see if I have a confluence of the 200 EMA with this daily level, and I'll try to take a trade with it. If not, then lower. I'll still be interested in kind of a long here, just playing the range, the general range, nothing fancy here. For our also not so bad, a little bit downtrendish. Yes, I think still lower targets starting the week before anything else might show us some upside. So yeah, here we have, do we have fibs? Yeah, 618. Okay, one more thing which we mentioned 2 weeks ago and which happened. This was the 618 level of the fib pool of this swing, and yes, it got triggered a few times. Okay, so here and here, and all of them provided a really good trading opportunity. So yeah, this time it will hold or not, we'll see. The support is the support until it's broken. So NZD USD, let's go really fast. We have one more to go. NZD USD, and let's go with the weekly levels. So with the weekly, pretty easy picture. Once again, sorry, I lost all my former drawings. So right now what we are looking at, I'll add another one, which I forgot. Okay, and here we have. So here we had a reaction, and actually this bounce on NZD USD was wow. Okay, we had a level coming here, 0.62870 initial reaction out of it, but on CPI it actually just fucking wrong, and also like ruined the weekly 21 EMA for now. So it's a big watch if it closes below or not, but it doesn't look bearish. Okay, so everything which is priced in US dollar right now, it's not looking so bearish. Okay, so as we spoke 2 weeks ago, I think it's time for retracement to cool off. Dixie had a really nice rally, and it's like, if it's really high, it's like better to wait a little if you really want to play it. So here we smashed the price action actually smashed all the weekly levels in one shot, close above the weekly 21 EMA. RSI reacted of the moving average here. Also stochastics and JSTOX are giving us a buy signal, and there is a good nice bull divergence coming here on a weekly. So here we have our bull divergence. So with the bull divergence, it actually means that we can have quite a bit of a retracement, and I will be looking for at least hidden bearish divergence to consider it played out. Overall, if Next level to watch on the weekly is 0.65300. If it breaks, then we have a confirmation of a trend reversal. I will be looking for a higher low to probably long it, where I will be looking to long it to the top of the range, which we have marked here. And I don't know why I don't have my nice boxes here, but yeah, we have our daily levels. I'll stop for a moment. You can screenshot it and use it if you want to. Let's go to a daily, and daily will be also interesting. So yes, like with our daily levels, smashed through this resistance here. Not much really to see, I think personally, and just looking at the daily, just playing this range here, but overall it has a potential to go higher to the daily 200 EMA and SMA, which will be natural after breaking 21 and 55. So actually, after this reaction, and look how those daily levels are nice to play, okay? If you point them correctly, then you had a reaction here down to the support, bam, and you could buy it or just take profit and make a next trade. So just taking it zone by zone, I will always say, like, don't make your life harder. Don't try to predict what the market wants to do. See where the price tends to reverse and just play those zones. You can just wait. I mean, make your life easier, not harder. Anyway, so this is the daily, and we had the last fib, which we were also looking 61866 around 64, which was broken. So because it was broken, we don't want it. So I made a new fib, which you can see here, which is pointing out the golden pocket up to 67, and this is the most bullish scenario. But yes, if it comes there, if I'm long, I will be closing my long. If I'm not, I will be probably looking for short. So here we are looking for higher levels, and also a weekly level is coming around 67. So it's a good zone. And yeah, we have our daily, our weekly covered. What else we have? We have the volume profile from this swing, this possible range, and the shorter swing once it started. And all of those are pointing up that the point of control is here around 62,880, which means if the price violates it, it will continue further down, most likely. And right now, what is showing me that for now, for a current moment, I think the price bottomed out, and I will be waiting for. I will be rather bullish on it. And I was honest with you last time I recorded the video that I'm kind of bullish on everything which is priced in US dollars. And for those who know me from the Discord, yeah, I'm bullish for quite a while, and I'm like, I had only one short or two shorts recently in the last 2 weeks, but just rest of it is longs. So here we have USD JPY, which is more or less like Dixie. I didn't pay too much attention to it because, like, I don't like trading it too much. But we had our all drawings, which are not to no use right now, but weekly levels and zones. So basically the critical levels, and see, this is like some of them just disappeared from me. So I need to make new ones, and later I will label them. So here we have our weekly level, weekly support, and the easiest place here are in this goddamn range. Don't make your life harder than it is. Trading is already hard AF, and yet people tend to overcomplicate it with the abundance of indicators and trading strategies. So overall, here is the resistance, 135, 160. For me, it's short, down to the bottom of the range. If this range gets broken, easy targets are to this weekly big weekly liquid zone, which we have marked, the former highs here. And this would be a perfect catch if you want to long again, if it comes there. Overall, in such trends, the best trades I ever had, not on US dollar, Japanese yen, are on the daily 200 EMA and SMA. They're just if you catch them, they're pretty nice. So once again, let's go with a Dixie, and Dixie is pretty, like as we spoke, touch the monthly level, coming back down, retracing. On the weekly, it's kind of like, if we see the chart on the monthly, it has a potential to go higher. Yes, it has, but on a weekly, still 21 EMA is on its way. So probably I would think a little more down, especially with this nice, beautiful bearish divergence, which always are warming my bearish heart. Stochastics down, fast component also. So I still think it has some pullback down. If I was counting on another, like a bull run on Dixie or a rampage down red on markets, I would aim for September mostly. I think people will get back to work and stop this holiday shit. Who needs to rest? We're trading, we're doing it all the fucking time, losing our health and money. Anyway, guys, this is my analysis for the upcoming week. So just to wrap it up, I'm a little bit bearish on dollar, looking for retracement in it. That implies a little more bullishness on US dollar traded assets. If you have any trading pair which you want me to talk about, just go into a Discord. There is a Q&A section. You can write there whatever you want me to analyze, and I will try do it for you next time in the video. It was a pleasure talking to you guys this beautiful Sunday. I hope you will have a profitable week. Take care, trade safe, and see you in the next video.